What's up, everybody? What the fuck is going on? Welcome back to Cooking with Bird Martinez. The one, the only Bird motherfucking Martinez, bitch. Say it louder for the bitches in the back. All the bitches in the back. All the fucking putas sucias in the way back. Pinches putas sucias que ni se lavan el pinche culo. Bitch. So as you can see, your girl, your girl is getting a little thicker. You know, this is the fun part. This is the motherfucking fun part because last time when I weighed like 94 pounds, they're like, I felt so skinny. Not only was I skinny, like, you know where my tits are at? You could see like the ribs. And then Mario put a mirror right in front of the bed because my posture was like, I don't know why, but like I would go this way, and they would put a gang of pillows so I could sit up straight. And then even though I had a gang of pillows, otra vez, I would go like that. So Mario put a mirror right there, right? So I guess one time I would always like intentionally not look at the mirror when they were changing my diaper because I don't want to see my ass. Cause I love my ass, you know, it's a little dark, it's like a black hole in there and shit. But I love my culo. So one day I was like, fuck it, chingue su madre. You know, you gotta see it. So they turned my ass to the side to wipe my ass. And you know, they lifted my legs like a little baby. And I saw my butt. And it was like, you know the cheeks? How they're supposed to be like this, right? When they turned me to the side, the cheeks were so small that you could see the bone. You know when you see a skeleton, the cheeks, the where the butt is, it's like a butterfly. Well, when they turned me to the side, you could see the bone. And I was like, no. It was like, una lágrima por tu amor de mi culo. It was so sad. But today, bitch, when I was wiping my ass, I was looking at the mirror because I have to make sure, you know, to get in there. So I went like this, and I did a little muscle, and I saw it. I saw the little fucking buttocks or the sepa la chingada, like the bottom part. It like squeezed, and I was so happy. So anyway, my whole point was that I weighed 94 pounds, right? So they told me, the nutritionist told me I had to gain 30 pounds. So I was like, fuck to the yeah. And this is when I didn't eat for months. I was on the G-tube. So I was trying like Armenian bread, fucking pastries. And I was like, it's gonna take me months to gain weight. Y valiendo madres. My goal was 125. And I went up to 135. And short Mexican bitches like me, when we gain weight, we look like fucking squares. Like my face is long, right? Like a square, I don't know how you say it. Sophia, do you know what a long square is? No. A rectangular, I don't know, my like a shoebox. And then when I gain weight, my head looks fucking square as fuck. So I hated it porque se me salía, and I would try to wear the faja. And then one time, Mandy forgot her faja at the congregate where I used to live. So her waist trainer was extra small. Mine is just small. So I remember I had one nurse right here, a CNA over here, and it was like, they were fucking sweating. And I was like, chinga su madre, you guys gotta help me, let's do this shit. And they fucking did it. And I remember that day I was fucking snatched. But as soon as I took like a breath, like 3 hours later, like que comí, that shit would, like, it started popping and I fucking broke it. But anyways, today is a special day because I have a special announcement. You guys know that we reside in what? Bakersfield. I know my Bakersfield has a bad reputation. We are watching Killer County. And, you know, every time I tell people that I live in Bakersfield, they always say, oh, you live all the way the fuck over there. or they talk about how it's dangerous, or how there's a lot of fields, or how like there's nothing to do, or all this bullshit, right? And I don't know, but I got to appreciate Bakersfield because this place has given me the opportunity to own a home. And owning a home is an investment. And I feel so much better not having to deal with, people. Because all my life I had to live with people. When I was little, I had to live with fucking, my mom rented the other room to like a couple. The guy tried to rape my mom on Christmas. Then we got to live with my uncle, and my uncle like always chose his prostitute fucking girlfriends over us. He kicked us out on the same day. Then we lived with my stepdad. Then I have to live with my suegra and my suegro. My suegro is the shit. You guys know the drill with my suegra. And then my brother-in-law. Talking about my brother-in-law. Bro, I had like a whole flashback. So I was picking up little Mario from like the corner. His school's like a minute away, right? And bro, there was like one of my neighbors, I think his brother staying with him, and the garage was like half open, right? This motherfucker was playing rap. I think he was playing Tupac, and he was all tatted up with those jail tattoos. He had to be like 40 something, and he was doing weights, smoking a cigarette, doing weights. The exact thing that my brother-in-law used to do. Go outside every day and do weights and smoke cigarettes, and then he would mix coffee and Coke and all kinds of Red Bull, and that was his pre-workout. I don't know, but that shit just gave me flashbacks. I don't know what the dealio is with him, but the little dog was barking. He was going off like it was like a little ass fucking dog. And the owner, his sister, is always like that's her baby, bro. And this motherfucker was like, shut the fuck up, dog. And then I was like, oh shit. So I stopped my wheelchair. And then he kicked the fuck out of the dog. They're letting you stay in their garage and you're kicking the fucking dog. And I feel like telling them, pero como que I don't get along. I don't know them, I don't know them like that. So hopefully they see my video. Lady, they're fucking kicking your dog when you're not there. While you're working, and your husband's working all fucking day, your brother stays in the garage kicking your fucking dog. That's not, I don't know if you have cameras or anything. So anyways, March 18th, motherfuckers. March 18th. Sophia!
Yes?
Sophia!
Going.
I said, Sophia. Sophia, the one. The only. Sophia la Tortilla is here. ¿Cómo estás, amiga?
Good.
¿Cómo están los hijos?
Bien.
Que no tienes hijos.
No, sí.
Oh, sí tienes
Sí,
hijos.
dos.
Sí, tiene 2 hijos. Sofía la Tortilla es una mamá. Ahora sí ya se lava el culo. Yeah, because we call Gato and Benita her kids. So when I'm asking her, how are your kids? She's like, bien, bueno. And Sophia's like, fixing her Spanish. It's okay. You be hugging too hard. No, pero Benita is chilling. Gato is chilling. Fucking Gato went through a whole tragedy, huh, Sophia?
Yes.
This motherfucker got caught in a
Car
tent?
cover.
Yeah, in a car cover. And he got wrapped up, and his waist was so skinny. Mario had to cut him up, and his eyes were so sad, and Sophia was crying. Sophia don't cry for nobody. Sophia says, fuck you, fuck your mama, fuck your grandma, fuck all of you, your ancestors. And she was crying for this dog, and ever since that happened to that dog, he hasn't been biting. He's been good in the hood, huh, Sophia?
Yeah.
So, Sophia, what are we gonna do March 18th?
We are going to sell salsas.
Yes, we are going to sell salsas. We're going to be on the corner of Hughes and Clara. If you guys want to come through, Scooby motherfucking doo-doo. We're going to sell molcajete. We're going to sell Doña Paz. We're going to sell Remix. The Remix is coming back, yo. We're going to sell green salsa and
Red.
Red, of course. Yes, that's why I have my Sophia key. Y you know, it's a family affair, and I know my hands are full of cuts and shit, and you guys probably, hell fucking no, I'm not gonna eat no damn salsas with culo and shit. No, I'm gonna wear gloves, and we're gonna be like freaking like todas acá. ¿Cómo se dice? How do you say the word when you don't contaminate stuff? We're gonna be professional as fuck. Y la pinche Mandy ahí, she's sleeping. What, we're telling on her? Yeah,
Yes.
we're telling her. She came home and she's like, you know, teenagers siempre tienen sueño. Pero mi Sophia, she's been very, very good. She's been very, very, very helpful. She's been like here with me. And you know, I am so proud of her porque finally la pinche cabrona's opening up. Like, and she's like, stop talking about me to everybody. But I'm like, Sophia, this is what I do. And she's like already used to it. And I told her, you need to like keep your Benita page and your Gato page like posted. Like, you need their Instagram, you need to post pictures of them porque esos cabrones, your kids are gonna grow.
Oh my God.
And then you're gonna be like, yeah, pinches apestosos, hediondos. I don't like cats. Like, I don't even fuck with them. I'm just there. But anyways, Sophia, what type of salsa are we gonna make today?
We are going to make good salsa.
I didn't even tell you we're gonna make my dad's salsa.
Ooh.
So when I was little, my dad used to be like on a sick one, and I would watch my dad making the salsa. And this is what we're gonna do Scooby motherfucking tutu. Okay, so for this receta, we're gonna use some tomatoes. No mames, it's been so cold, and Mario hasn't wanted me to go out and shit. And I got some tomatoes, right? Y me mandaron estas mamadas. I used tomatoes Roma, pero it's okay. I was like okay with it because at least they weren't green. Because sometimes they send some green ass fucking tomatoes, and it pisses me off. Because I like my shit red. Like the way you choose your tomatoes is red and hard. You don't want them to be loosey, you know? Cuando tienen unos putazos or whatever, you want them to last long. So try to use your shit. Como se dice? Try to get your shit hard and red. Así las bolitas. También we're gonna use some chiles serranos or whatever. A ver si tengo. Every time I don't use like a tomato, I used to have Ziplocs. But I can't close or open the fucking Ziploc, so I just use like a little baggie. Y ahí lo echo. También mi cebollita. I don't throw nothing away. I refuse to throw stuff away because, bro, I don't know. I even told my family, even if one day I get rich, I'm still gonna be a cheap ass. I'm still gonna save stuff because, you know, the world is already full of wastefulness. I get pissed off. You know, at Shein and all that mamada that they make a bunch of clothes and then you use it for like 2 times and then you throw it away. I'm acting like an old lady, but they used to make shit better. We're also gonna use cilantro. Okay, so for this simple dimple receta, created by my father, the one, the only Juan Pascual. Yes, that was his name. I remember, and I seriously do remember this day because we had like a little kitchen in the corner, and I wish I could go back to the house just to look at the kitchen, but I can't because they're gonna think I'm a creep. So he got tomatoes, he got chiles serranos, cilantro, ajo, ¿cómo se dice ajo? Garlic, onion, of course my little horse, he had a molcajete, salt, and some cumin. And that's it. And right there in the back, you could see Sophia's rice. Yes, she made a rice. And yes, we use avocado oil because we're healthy as fuck. And no, like, I've been trying to just cook with oil, the like healthy shit, porque no mames. I see cuántas pinches arteries get clogged. Y como I've been watching a lot of Dr. G, you know, when she like dissects the fucking humans and their fucking heart is all heavy and they're all like madreados from the inside. We're like little machines, bro, so we need to take care of ourselves. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so just like my dad showed me, well, he didn't show me. This motherfucker was just cooking. And I remember there was like, our kitchen was like a little hall. Like you would go in like that. And I distinctly, ¿verdad?
I think, yeah.
Distinctly remember my dad had a knife like this. And he would always get like this rock and he would always go like this and make it super, super sharp. And then the knife was like skinnier, like this half, like half the size of this one. And I remember he was like, oh, I'm gonna go kill, I don't know who the fuck, and this and that. And he was leaving the house like this. And then my mom's like, no, I don't even know what my mom did to Sophia. My mom said, no, don't go. So my mom grabbed it from here, and then my dad sliced it.
Why not the bottom?
I don't know what my mom was thinking. And my mom, I think she was just, because she saw the evil in his eyes that he was gonna fucking kill somebody. And my mom, till this day, my mom has these 3 fingers sliced, like half of the way. She has the scars. And then I remember getting in that little white car and my dad taking us in the car, and he just dropped us off in the hospital.
That's scary.
Because he didn't want to get in trouble. Do this. So vamos a lavar los tomates. Get aluminum foil. Give me like 2 this size.
Okay, stop.
Así, mira.
Okay.
Mira, te enseño. I tell her like this. I go like this. And then you make it swallow like the tomatoes clean. And I don't even know the difference. Mira, I always know that there's like a shiny part of the aluminum foil. And then there's the matte part. Like, which one's the correct part to do it?
I'm not sure.
All I remember is that my dad and my mom, when they would make their salsa, I don't know if it's good or bad, but we're doing their recipe, is that they would get the chiles, the tomatoes, and not the garlic, the chiles, the tomatoes in there, and they would put it on top. They would put it on top of the stove, but I'm gonna put it on top of the comal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Porque no mames, tampoco quiero que se queme. But they would always do this shit every time. And both of them, they're from the same rancho, you know? So you have to make sure that they're really wrapped up.
Oh.
Because as the juice starts coming out,
It's spilled.
it's spilled. Sí, cabrona. Pero mira, pinche Sofía, cuando tú vas, yo ya vine, regresé y di la vuelta. Y siempre te digo eso.
Good.
Perfect. She does, right? There's this thing that she does where she looks at me. She's listening to me. She's looking at me. But she's looking right through me. Like, I'm like, Sophia. Sophia.
Yes.
Are you there, bro? Are you there? Because... Y luego un ojo se le va para allá y el otro ojo se le va para allá. I'm like, Sophia, wake the fuck up, bro. Estás bien pinche loca, zafada, hija de tu pinche madre. Los ajos, we're not going to put them.
Oh.
And I'm going to put it in the front.
Oh.
Y tú ya te sabes la receta y todo. We're going to turn it on and we're going to put it at 5. Because we want it to cook, you know. And every few minutes, we're going to flip it and flip it and flip it. And it takes time, but it's worth it because we don't want the middle of the tomato to be uncooked. We want it to be all cooked. I wanted to cook it like my mom and my dad did it, but that shit fucking burns. And it's like todo una madera. So we'll leave it like that. Okay. So Sophia is gonna cut the onion, and I told her you have to cut the last layer of skin because when you have an onion, it has like layers. If you leave that skinny thin layer, then when you eat it, you could taste it and then you have to take it out. Oh. So you always have to make sure it's the real skin. See? You did it good. So now you're gonna cut the ends, and then you're gonna make like. And she always uses my knife. She likes my knife. And it's good because it's actually very safe. Because this knife is not even for that. I don't even know how you got this knife. Yeah. No lo pongas para atrás because you already used it. You did. Mira. Smells like onion. So anyways, you know how to do it?
No.
¿Y para qué dices que tienes? I was talking to Sophia about this shit. Because my sister's supposed to come over hopefully this weekend. And Sophia's like, well, why don't you leave some salsa so your sister could taste it? And I was like, oh yeah, because my sisters never got a taste of my dad's salsa. Because the only one that lived with him was me. And that sucks because, like, every child should have their parent. And growing up without a dad and not knowing their, you know how your dad is. He never fucking cooks. But, he's always there with technology and shit. Like, if you need help, we always go to him. So, Mandy, she's been trying to do applications and they're kind of hard. She's been trying to do, because every job she tries to get, it's always like 17. Huh, Sophia?
Yeah.
As you can see, my chaparrita is making the onions smaller because they can't be too big. That's how I knew my mom was getting older, because when she cooked, like when I was a little kid, everything was diced up all little. And then when we got big, and my mom got older, the tomatoes were all fucking big, the onions were all big, because they're tired. It gets like, ¿cómo se dice?
Tiring.
It gets tiring y uno ya quiere acabar. So fucking chingue su madre un pinche tomatote ahí que le caiga en el pico de gallo. Un pedazote de cilantro. I mean, my sister would be like, what the fuck is this? But we understand. Anyway, Sophia's doing an amazing job.
Amazing.
Technique. Look at the technique. Whoop, whoop. Sophia has something to say.
I hate molcajete.
Why?
It's so hard.
And it takes so much work.
But it's so good.
It's so good. She hates salsa de molcajete because it takes work. Pero mami, pues de eso se trata, el amor, el calor, el sazón. We could just buy a fucking salsa from Walmart and call it a day. But we're Mexican. We're raza, de corazón. Oh! Mexican American as fuck. Chulada de onion. Ahí está la pinche Sophia. She made it all little squares. Beautiful, ready to go, yo. My grandma is like proud. You know what I'm saying? She's in her tumba, clapping them cheeks. My grandma's gonna put my leg in the night. Cut ¿cómo se llama?
Cilantro.
El cilantrito, pero it has to be really tiny.
Small pieces.
Because you don't want a big ass piece of cilantro in your mouth. It's gonna be weird.
I do.
I know you like it, but when people they get a big piece of cilantro, they're like, esta pinche vieja huevona ni sabe cortar el cilantro. She's lazy. People they be like judging your stuff. That's how señoras are. But we're not señoras. We're regular schmegular. But one day I'm gonna be Doña Erika, or they could call me Doña Bird when I have my baby. Since I'm gonna have a daughter.
No.
Yes, I'm gonna have a daughter next year, or a son. If I have a daughter, se va a llamar Bird, and if I have a son, se va a llamar Eric.
Oh.
What do you think?
I am going to have a kid as well.
Who?
A black cat.
Sophia, yeah, 2 animals is enough for you.
No.
Ya tienes muchos animales.
You signed the contract.
I signed the contract, but I was drunk, so it doesn't count. So I wanted to make tortillas hechas a mano because I want to give the vibe like we're in Mexico, so my mom said that when the first time she went to my dad's house with his family, that his dad was like, oh, today guess what, guys, we're gonna eat some meat. We're gonna have a big piece of meat. And he made this salsa, right? And he made the salsa, and my mom was so excited because they barely ate meat over there in Mexico. And then my grandpa, I guess, got a big piece of onion, handmade tortillas, and the piece of onion, he cut it in fourths. And he's like, okay, go at it. And my mom was like, where's the meat? And he's like, ha ha ha, it was a joke. So there was no meat, it was just onion. And this is what they would do in Mexico because that's why they're all freaking skinny. And that's why tortilla is so important, because everybody would get filled up with tortilla, with masa. My grandma, she knew how to do the clapping thing. Like every time we would get to Mexico, I got that smelly smell, que nomás era así. Mi abuelita. Pero pues I can't do that. Y menos ahorita, You think you could do it?
No.
Now we use the machine, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I think everything's ready. Like I said, this is simple dimple. And even though we don't have the piece of onion or whatever, we're not gonna use a piece of meat. We're gonna use queso cotija.
So good. So
Salty.
Like socio.
Delicioso. So, aquí tenemos los tomates, todo sexy, y tenemos los chiles listos para saborearlos, listos para probarlos, tan mojados para tu boca.
Mira qué chulada.
Mira que motherfucking chulada. Tss, tss, ah, ah. Garlic and a little bit of salt. How much salt?
A lot.
Sophia loves salt
I love salt so much.
that much, and we're gonna put a little bit of cumin
Why?
because cumin is life. And my mom was telling me that my uncle put cumin in some weird shit. What the fuck did he make?
Fish?
No, she was tripping out because she never heard of it. I think it was cumin on a quesadilla.
Oh.
We'll see how I'm gonna do all the chiles. 'Cause those are, you know, I don't want your hands to be burning.
Yeah.
So if you guys want, you guys could wear gloves. So they want you to do slowly.
Ooh, juicy.
Just say like a motherfucking pussy. A ver. Ahí va a estar Maria like, what the hell is this family doing? So slowly, because then you get burned. And then the tomato, it has like a part in the middle. See? That part in the middle, that's the hard part. And if you don't smash it, then when you eat it, you get a big old piece of tomato in your mouth. So you want to really get it. And then the skin, get it too. See how it dissolves? So good. This salsa is going to be fire. And the only one that eats salsa in this family is Sophia, me, and Mario. That's it.
Ooh.
Chulada. Mira que chulada. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the struggle is almost over.
Almost.
It's the final countdown. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do.
It's so hot.
It's so hot. Mucho caliente.
Mucho caliente.
Pero mira, la pinche Sophia, certified Mexican as fuck. Mira, nobody could say that you're not Mexican. Look, you're with a molcajete. Más te falta el nopal. Te falta the Mexican flag shirt, the Mexican flag pants. Sophia, if you have to dress like a Mexican, how would you dress? Like a costume.
No. In all bird game because it is Mexican owned.
Órale, that's good. That's a good one. Mexican owned. So you would just wear Bird Martinez
Yes.
clothes because it's Mexican owned? Yes. I love it. Mírala. You tienes una answer for everything. So ahí está. Ya meritos. Este arroz ya se coció. So that salsa is finally ready after so much work, so much sacrifice, so many tears, and so many, ¿cómo se dice?
Breakdown.
So many breakdowns, even the hiccups. Sophia, I already told her how to cure it, but she don't listen. Es una burra, hija de la chingada. Déjala que if she wants to deal with it, she could deal with it. So anyways, ahí está el cilantro and the onion. And you could leave it on the top. And then like scoop it up. Look how beautiful it looks. Or you could mix it. And that's the difference. Because my mom, when she made her salsa, it was just tomato and chiles, right? But my dad, he would add the onion and the cilantro. So I guess that's like the difference. And I know it's like a little thing, but you could even make topopos and like dip it. Show the chuletas. I made some chuletas. That's what we're gonna eat it with. And then my dad would put the cheese on top, and that's what we would eat. Like literally a molcajete and cheese. Like that was the dealio. But here we go, yo. So I said I wanted homemade tortillas, but you know, Sophia and the familia were like, no, too much work, whoopty whoop whoop. And I was like, ¿sabes qué? I want it. I want to do it, even if it takes me a long time. First, I amasé la masa. You know, you got to play with it. You got to caress it. You got to get it nice and sexy, nice and fluffy. Because sometimes it's a little dry. So you got to get it a little wet. You know what I'm saying? Nobody likes to put it in when it's dry. Hell no. You got to get that shit prepared, mojadita, para que esté más sabrosita. ¿Sí me entiendes, Méndez? So anyways, I was making the bolita and I was like, a ver, a mover la colita. Si no la mueves, se te va a poner malito. That's a moment where I was like, fuck, bro. Fuckity, fuck. Every time I cook, it's a whole mess. Chingue su madre. But anyways, speed that shit up. And I made my bolita, you know what I'm saying? I wish I could do it like handmade, like my grandma. But I can't, but it's all good because you know what I'm saying? It's in my veins, it's in my blood. Mi abuelita lo podía hacer, mi bisabuelita, tatarabuelita, all the sasas abuelitas. And you're supposed to take it out of the plastic, but I didn't because this was easier for me. So this is what I did, and I prepared that shit. ¿Con quesito?
No.
¿Así nomás?
Sí. ¿Qué pasó, mi madre?
No. Sí.
No, Coco,
No, Coco, no. Look, I have more butt cheeks now, look.
Ew.
Not like yours, though.
No, oh my gosh.
Almost fell.
No, she never twerked.
Why? So ahí está el final product. You know what I'm saying? El producto final. Chingue su madre, yo hice las tortillas, aunque Sofía no quería. And the queso fresco, just like my daddy made it. I know I'd be talking so much shit about him, but you know, he have that thing. I probably got something for him. That's what I'm saying. If you guys are single mamas and your baby daddy's a fucking dick, I don't know. It's fucking confusing. I don't know. I can't tell you what to do, but just know that as kids, we're so curious. We are so curiosos. By the way, that's Mandy's crackhead ass in the back. Remember I told you guys at the beginning of this video, Mandy was sleeping? Well, now she's up and bugging everybody and being a freaking crackhead. If you guys knew the real Mandy, you guys would be surprised. But anyways, aquí tengo mi tortilla. They came out alright. It's nice and warm. It smells like, no, it doesn't smell like Mexico, but it's okay. I'm gonna choose this one. This one's a little bit better. Mi Sofita, yeah, she gave up. Everybody and their mama have been sick. So I told my mom, look, I'm making a ¿cómo se dice? A salsa. And she didn't even think for 1 second, like, oh, con una carnita asada or anything. Right away when I showed her the salsa, she's like, with some queso. So I thought that was cool. And here we go, yo. This cheese is salty. So fucking good. But anyways, I hope you guys like the video. I hope you guys like the recipe. Shout out to all my bird gang motherfuckers. Peace and motherfucking love. Cuando yo me muera no quiero que lloren. Hagan una fiesta con cohetes y flores. Y si muero lejos, el amor que quiero, manden una carta que venga enseguida. Ahí viene la venita, buscando comida. Con la tierra encima. Mandy's mad at me because I told her to be quiet. And not in those words.